I'm Tamara and you're watching the Tamara Neely Show. If you're a returning subscriber, I would like to say welcome back, and if you're new here, I just want to let you know I'm happy you're here. Okay guys, so today we're doing something a little bit different. I'm going to share 24 lessons that I learned in 2024. Some of them I learned in previous years and then got better at them in 2024, and some of them are just totally new to me that I learned this year. So let's go ahead and get into it. Before we do though, I want to let you know we'll be covering 5 different topics: self-care, finances, faith, relationships, and personal life lessons. Okay, so we're going to start with self-care because that's a really important topic. Number 1, I learned to use sunscreen, okay? I needed to use sunscreen. Growing up, being, darker shade, we kind of learned that we didn't need sunscreen. But this year I learned that when I spent almost $1,000 on skincare in the past 2 months. Because I've been getting these micro needling treatments, and I'm like, if I was wearing sunscreen and I was doing what I was supposed to be doing, probably wouldn't have to spend all the money. So might as well just spend a little money on sunscreen, okay? So that's part 1A. Second part of that is I learned to develop a hair care routine. So honestly, if I'm being honest, y'all, I thought that I had 4C hair. It's crazy to say that now because I was telling people this. I told several people. I told my hairstylist, I told my cousin who's good with hair, and I told my mom. I said, I have 4C hair. And yeah, I was just letting them know because we were doing our hair and stuff like that. All of them were just like, you don't have 4C hair. And I'm like, yeah, I do. I'm pretty sure because I like 4C hair. I think it's pretty. So I'm like, yeah, I do. They're like, no, you have a good 3B, 3C. So I learned that. I had to learn that I really did not know how to do hair, at all, because I was getting so many silk presses. That's all I knew how to do, is just go to the hair salon, get a silk press, and that was about it. And so now it's like, okay, I find myself taking care of my hair. I'm doing my deep conditionings every week. I'm making sure to put the oil at the ends instead of just dumping oil on my hair, hydrating, drinking my water. So girl, I'm doing it. So I learned that. Hair care, skin care. That's number 1, okay? Number 2, second lesson that I learned is you need to know, and this is a part of the self-care. I don't know if I said that. This is about a part of the self-care section right here. I learned that I needed to know basic car maintenance skills. For example, how to check my oil. I didn't know how to do that. I didn't know how to check my own oil. I would have to go have somebody else do it. And there's nothing like being able, as a lady, as a young woman, knowing how to be self-sufficient. That doesn't mean that I don't need help. That doesn't mean that I do everything by myself, because that's definitely not true. But that just means that I can do basic things to make myself, 1, feel good, feel cared for. 2, it makes me feel confident. It makes me feel competent. So I learned that too. Look at me. I'm just playing, y'all. I'm just kidding. Anyways, so number 3, and this is the final one on self-care, because self-care is super important, right? Cooking is self-care. Cooking for yourself is self-care. For me it is, just because I like to meal prep, and so I learned that is just my way to kind of give myself nutrients, make myself feel good. I've cooked for my roommates too before, and one of my roommates liked my food. Sometimes I've cooked for my friends. They've really liked it. I love to cook. And I really like cooking. Lately I've been cooking a vegetable medley. So good. Carrots, spinach, broccoli, just whatever I could throw in there that's a vegetable. I like vegetable medley. Oh, makes me want to go make some right now. Steam it, saute it. Oh, anyways, okay. So I've been cooking. That's self-care for me. Learned that about myself. And I've learned to have a cookie every now and then. Everybody needs a little cookie every now and then. So as I said in last video, yes girl, I went to Crumple. Don't judge, because I sure didn't judge you when you went, okay? I'm just playing. Okay, so yes, I've learned to really enjoy sweets a little bit, you know, not too much, in moderation, have fun with it, because I can get kind of rigid when it comes to what I eat and all that stuff, and sometimes you just need to relax and just enjoy eating. Like I said, I had my macaroni and cheese too. Loved it. So good. I said that last video. Anyways, so let's go to the next section, which is financial. I got 5 lessons that I learned when it comes to finance. Number 1, get your income up. Yes, I learned that because when I was getting close to my graduation, honestly, I was struggling so much financially during that time. It was a struggle for me because obviously I was finishing up college and I was taking very hard classes, had a lot on my plate, and that was a rough time for me. And I learned I don't like to be broke. So I got to get my income up. So that's exactly what I started doing, was getting that income up as soon as I could, if you know what I mean. So definitely important. Then the next thing is the importance of a budget and sticking to it. I didn't have a written budget before 2024 that I stuck to every month, but now I do. I use EveryDollar budgeting app. Really good app. Definitely recommend. This is not sponsored, but if I ever was sponsored by somebody, that would be cool to be sponsored by the Ramsey Solutions team, because they're really helping people. So definitely recommend that daily EveryDollar savings app. It's changed my life. I spend way less money. I feel like I'm paying myself. It's great. And I learned the importance of saving up the $1,000 emergency fund. That's super important. Didn't understand the importance of that, but now I definitely do, because I had a car situation happen like 5 weeks ago, or not 5 weeks ago, I'm being dramatic, like 3 weeks ago. I think I've probably talked about it a little bit. That cost me $500 plus, or no, it was just around 500. I think it was 498, something like that. I didn't freak out because I already have money for that, and so I had my $1,000 emergency fund. I felt safe to go ahead and I didn't even blink twice. I was just like, okay, that's fine. And so having that extra money is really important, especially when you're on your own trying to figure things out. Make sure you have security for yourself. That's what I've learned. You know, it's not going to be perfect all the time, but make sure that you're not stressing about money. Make sure that that's always, if you're able to, available to you. Okay, so next thing, get out of debt fast. I definitely learned that, and as somebody who is now credit card debt free, no credit card debt, paid that thing right off. I said, I'm done with this. It feels so good to have paid my credit card off. I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful. I can't even describe how it feels, because I was getting tired of paying that $47 minimum. I was tired of the stress. Finally just went ahead and paid that off. I learned that lesson in 2024. Maybe I don't need a credit card because I don't need that stress. Anyways, okay, next one. Start planning for the future. That's what I wrote down. Start planning for the future. What do I want to do with my life in 5 years? I've started thinking about that. I find myself really looking at houses, seeing what kind of house I want. I find myself dreaming more about that kind of stuff. Like, I know I want to have a studio, or not a studio, I want to have a study room in my house when I'm with my family, when I have a family. I would love to have a room that's just dedicated to me, all my books in there, my studies, everything, so I can just really have my own space. That would be great. So I learned that about myself. I like to plan for the next 5 years, next 2 years, next 1 year. And honestly, getting that road map together has helped me out a lot. So I'm grateful for that. Okay, let's go to the next section, next topic, which is faith. Because y'all know the scripture, don't y'all? Faith without works is dead, okay? So, gotta have faith, gotta have works, mix it all together, and yeah. Anyways. Okay, so, number 10. This is what I wrote down for faith. Get low. Get low. What does that mean? I like this song. It's called Highest Praise. It's by MBL Worship. And in the song, the lyrics go like this. We get low, 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 low. We lift you higher, higher, higher and higher. And that song, for me, really talks about humility. The importance of humbling ourselves before the Lord, because I can remember a time just months ago when I found myself so low and I had that song on repeat. We get low, 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 low. And I was just like crying out to God, and I was feeling this sort of, I don't know if I should share this, but I guess I'll share because it's a testimony, right? It's an opportunity to hopefully inspire you to grow. But I was kind of in a quiet space, really praying and asking God to give me wisdom on some things. And, I'll just say this because I don't feel like I should share that. And I've learned that discretion will protect you, so I will be discreet about this. This is what I'll say. I've learned the importance of really taking time for God. Quiet time is so important. And if I could go back to my younger self, I would say just spend 15 minutes a day doing quiet time, okay? Spend time with the Lord. Anyways, let's go to number 12. Actually, no, that was number 11. Let's go to number 11. Spending time with the Lord is essential for a successful life. I was just kind of talking about that quiet time. So important. When I used to go to camp when I was a kid, we used to have quiet time. Now I see why they did that, because I definitely realize I need that. I need to schedule out quiet time throughout my day. I've been guilty of not doing that. But it's so important when I actually take time to just be quiet and let the Holy Spirit, let the Lord speak to me. So anyways, I learned that. Number 12. King Solomon is my favorite Bible character. I just want to put that out there. I really like the book Ecclesiastes. I like a lot of different books. I like Proverbs. I like Ecclesiastes. I like all the different books in the Bible. But I just want to say, everything is meaningless. It's all meaningless. It's all a chasing of the wind. But finding satisfaction in your own toil is from the hand of God. Okay. Anyways, I love reading Ecclesiastes. It is one of my favorite books. So I put that in there. I learned that about myself this year. Okay, now let's go to relationships, because everybody likes to talk about relationships. When I did the last video, y'all were asking me a lot of relationship questions. So I thought I would add relationships in this, and I will tell you the lessons that I learned about relationships, because obviously somebody's interested. Okay, anyways, so this is what I learned about relationships, and it looks like I got 6 things here. So number 13, Make Him Wait. That's a song. Gotcha. That's a song. That's by Abby Anderson. Great song to check out. Love that song. When he calls you, you don't have to answer right away. Make him wait. Okay. I have to sing this one part too. When he small talks, before he asks you on a date, just make him wait. Okay. I love that song. Okay, might as well just sing the third line, and then I'm done. When his Pontiac's in the driveway? And his eyes are midnight blue. Take a deep breath to the opposite of what you want to do. Make him wait. Okay, y'all go check out that song. Shout out to Abby. I've talked to you on Instagram. Maybe I'll have you on the show sometime. That could be a possibility. Okay. Number 14, and if y'all can hear noise in the background, I apologize. I have people here, so I want to say I apologize for that if you can hear noise. Number 14, remember it's a long ball game. When it comes to relationships, sometimes I've been guilty of rushing and going way far ahead of myself and crashing the car. A lot of times that's happened to me when I wasn't letting him lead, and I learned my lesson with that. Let him lead, let him drive. And that's what my friend, that's what one of my friends from college told me when I was kind of telling her about some relationship stuff. And she said, Tamara, we were at Cane's because we like to go to Cane's. And she was like, I've learned it's best to let him drive. And she's real sweet and classy and all that stuff. And I was just like, okay. Anyways, next. Number 15, being single is okay at my age. I'm not behind. And that's something that I've learned this year. I actually have been enjoying my season of singleness. I've been having a lot of fun being single, and I kind of felt guilty about that. And I was kind of telling some of my good friends about it, and I was kind of like, I feel a little bit weird. I'm having a lot of fun being single. I think that's a problem. And they're like, no, you should have fun. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your life. Like, I'm not going to be miserable just because I'm single. Like, no, let's have a good time. Let's go out. Let's do the thing. Okay? But anyways, I learned that. Number 16. While you're waiting, be working on yourself. I think that's so important. Something that my aunt taught me this year was when in the Bible, when God is telling people to wait or whatever or something, I don't know if I'm explaining this right, but she said another word for waiting is working. You should be working while you wait. You know, when Ruth was found, she was found working in the field. So it's best to be working on yourself, working on your dreams, working on your show. If you got a podcast, if you got you're writing a book, whatever you're doing, be doing work on yourself. Live your life. Enjoy yourself. And number 17 is be selective. I've learned that because I do get approached quite a bit. I'm not saying that to brag. I'm just saying I've been approached, and I appreciate, the kindness of everybody, but I've learned to be selective. Not everyone should be in my life. I've learned that. Not everybody needs to be in my life. And that's just the reality. Number 18, be careful who you allow in your personal space. Friends are included in that. I don't let people come over to my new place. Very few people have been here because this is my space. This is my domain. I want to feel safe. I want to feel comfortable. I like waking up in peace knowing that nobody's in my space. Nobody's been here. This is my space. Very few people have been here. And the people who have been here are related to me or very long time friends, So it's been a blessing just being careful about who I allow in my space and not just inviting everybody over your place, I'm not having a friend's day over my place or anything like that. We don't need to do that. We can go to y'all's place or we can go out, not because I don't love y'all, but it's more so because I need my, I'm in a season in my life, I create a homey space, a homely feel, I put it in a lot of care when it comes to the way I decorate, the ambiance, everything I put a lot of care into when it comes to my place. So I just need to respect myself. Okay. And the last thing I'll say about dating, this is number 19. Everyone's pace is different. That's what I've learned, because sometimes in relationships, either I've been rushing or they've been rushing or slowing down or whatever. Everybody's at a different place. Relationships are like a dance. A lot of times, sometimes the guy is facing backwards, the girl's facing backwards, and eventually we just hope they come together, right? But it doesn't always work like that, and sometimes it works out like that. I've learned that it's a dance. take time, enjoy yourself. You're going to make mistakes. I've made a lot of relationship mistakes, some mistakes I'm not proud of. But I've just learned to give myself grace and give other people grace. Be open to conversation, open to reconciliation, open to healing, open to getting on a good page. And that may take time depending on your relationship. So I've learned that every relationship's different. Everyone's different at a different pace. Okay. And this last section, we got 4 more. I hope you enjoyed these last 4. This last section. Okay, let me make sure I did this right, because I think I might have missed one. Okay, actually, just kidding. We have 5 more. I'm going to have to make up the last one off the spot, because I think I only gave you guys 23 and I meant to give you 24. Okay, so number 20, stay involved in the arts. Listening to music, dancing, and whatever makes you feel happy. What makes me feel happy. That's what I've learned. I need to do what makes me feel happy. I love to dance. I love to listen to music. Dancing is my therapy. Dancing is my happiness. I'm a Latin dancer. I'm a ballroom dancer. I enjoy the art of dancing. I enjoy actual art. Like, I like drawing. I like coloring. I like painting. That's why I bought myself an iPad, so that I can use my little pencil and I can create different things. And I just love going to my friend, one of my best friends, she owns a accounting firm. She has so much art around her office. I absolutely love it so much. Just staring at art just brings me alive. It brings me happiness. It brings me joy. So I say that I've learned to stay involved in the arts. 21. Hobbies are important to me. Making time to dance is something that brings me joy. 21.A. Life is about more than just going to work and paying bills. Have fun and enjoy the feeling of being alive, young, and free. So that's why I've been going to concerts. I've been mentioning that to y'all. I've been hanging out with my friends. I've been enjoying life, because I've been guilty of kind of work. I'm not ashamed of that, because that working is good, but at the same time you have to have balance. And sometimes I have kind of felt a little bit guilty, if I'm being honest, because of my work to drive. Not that I don't think that's a good thing, but a part of me has felt guilty, because it's like I don't want to neglect people I genuinely love and care about, because I'm prioritizing work above them. But so that's something that I'm learning, is like, enjoy life. Life is not all about work. Have fun. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. 22. It's okay to fall apart. I have fallen apart so much this year in so many different ways, if I'm being honest. And I've learned that it's okay. I don't have to have it all together. It's okay if my room is a hot mess for, a day or two while I'm getting my life together. That's okay. Everything doesn't have to be perfect. I can fall apart and I can be put back together. Okay, hold up. Ugh, crap. Okay, it looks like my camera is starting to get hot, so I'm gonna hurry and get this finished up. So it's number 23. I hope I finished my last point. The camera got hot, so it shut off. I said on 22, it's okay to fall apart. My life is falling apart at times. I felt like I've fallen apart at times this year. I've learned that it's okay to fall apart sometimes. You'll get back together. Trust yourself a little bit. I trust myself more to know it's okay. My room doesn't have to be perfect 24/7. Life doesn't have to be perfect. I can fall apart a little bit and everything's going to be okay. God is with me. Number 23. As much as I can, every day I tell myself this. I say this, and I look myself in the mirror, just like I'm looking at y'all right now. And I say, Tamara, I love you and I'm proud of you. That's something that I've started doing this year, and I'm so grateful that I started doing that, because it's important. Sometimes we didn't hear that, at least I don't hear that all the time, Sometimes people say that, but people don't tell me that every single day. I've got to give that back to myself, and that love, and so I tell myself I love you, and I'm proud of you, okay? Number 24, negative self-talk is not helpful. So turn off the noise. That's what I've learned. as well. Negative self-talk is not helpful, so turn off the noise. And, oh, maybe I did complete all of these. Okay, I think I got a little bit out of, because I don't see number 9 on here. I don't see number 9, so we might be a little bit out of order. That's okay, don't worry. As I just said, everything doesn't have to be perfect. I'll tell you what the final one is. You want to know? What's the final one? Y'all tell me. Okay, I'm going to tell you. How about that? The final one is just be yourself. Just be yourself. I learned that this year. I have learned to really embrace my style, embrace who I am. I'm not for everybody, and not everybody's for me. Some people are gonna like it, some people are gonna love me. Some people are not gonna love me. That's alright. But guess what? You're watching the Tamara Neely Show. And I wanna say, thank you for watching. I love you guys so much, and I hope that you're having a great week. I hope you had a happy Thanksgiving with your family. Did you eat all that pie that we talked about? Because I sure hope you did. I know I did. I had some pie, and I'm so grateful. Did I? Yeah, I did. Y'all saw the pie I had, and I think I had a couple, maybe one more slice of pie a couple days later. Anyways, y'all know I get distracted. I love you guys so much, and thank you for watching. You'll hear from me soon, okay?